Hello, everyone, and welcome. This explainer is all about preparing for Ofsted with real confidence. We're going to dive into a powerful idea. What if the best evidence of our impact isn't something we need to rush to create, but something we're already producing every single day through our amazing work here at Kent Business College?
It's a familiar feeling, isn't it? The notification arrives, and, well, with it comes that sudden sense of urgency, a frantic search for the right paperwork, a rush to write up perfect reports, and that nagging anxiety that we need to invent something to prove just how good we are. So, over the next few minutes, we're going to take a bit of a journey. We'll start with that familiar pre-inspection rush, and then we'll get to the heart of what evidence is really all about. We'll look at the key principles, see where it's already hiding in our daily work, and find out how that leads to confident chats with inspectors. Ultimately, it's about a readiness that just comes from our everyday routines.
Yep, we've all been there. The minute an inspection is announced, it's so easy for the focus to shift entirely to creating documents, polishing reports, writing those perfect case studies, and trying to build flawless audit trails designed just for the inspectors.
But here's a thought. What if that's not what inspectors actually want? What if they aren't interested in documents created for them? Answering that question can completely change our approach, cut down on our workload, and, in the end, make our evidence even stronger.
Right. So what are inspectors truly looking for? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple. They're not here to inspect our paperwork. They're here to evaluate the real, on-the-ground impact of our day-to-day work.
This right here is the core idea. It's so important. Real, authentic evidence isn't something we cook up for an inspection. It is the natural byproduct, the footprint, if you like, left behind by the great work we do with our apprentices and employers day in and day out.
And this is the key difference, isn't it? Naturally occurring evidence is the real deal. Manufactured evidence, well, it can feel a bit like a performance. And trust me, inspectors are trained to spot the difference. They do it through triangulation, basically checking that the story our records tell matches what our apprentices and employers are actually experiencing.
So this whole idea of authenticity really boils down to three core principles. These are what define strong, credible evidence in practice.
So what does that actually look like? Well, first, it's about focusing on the real impact of what we do, not just creating piles of paper. Second, it's about showing our systems are solid and consistent for everyone, not just wheeling out a few golden file examples. And finally, it's about proving our commitment to continuous improvement, a genuine desire to get better, not just to tick a box for compliance.
And this table just illustrates that difference so well. Good evidence tells a story of decisions, actions, and the impact that followed. It's alive. Poor evidence is often just static, a statement without a follow-up, or a perfect file that honestly doesn't really reflect what's typical.
Okay, now for the really good part. Where do we find this powerful, authentic evidence? Well, it already exists right here in our daily work at Kent Business College. You are literally creating it every single day.
Just think about an apprentice who's struggling a bit. What's the story? Our progress reviews spot the barrier. But we don't just write it down. We agree on a support plan with clear actions. Then, and this is the crucial bit, we actually review the impact of that support. The evidence isn't some separate report. It's the living, breathing progress review itself, telling a complete story from a problem to its solution.
Or let's say an employer raises an issue about off-the-job training. How do we respond? The evidence is in the action we take. It's in the email trail or the meeting notes that show how we worked together to find a solution. It's the adjusted delivery plan we share afterwards. See, this isn't a manufactured case study. It's the genuine record of a professional partnership in action. And for safeguarding, this approach is absolutely vital. A concern is raised. It's logged correctly. The log itself clearly shows our decision-making process. Actions are recorded and, so importantly, followed up. The evidence here is the functional log, demonstrating a transparent culture of care. It's living proof of our commitment.
When we ground ourselves in this reality, it builds so much confidence. Confidence to have professional, meaningful conversations with inspectors, conversations that are rooted in what we actually do every day.
So just imagine an inspector turns to you and asks this very question. The temptation might be to start searching for a special report you prepared, but your real strength is somewhere else entirely. It's about confidently explaining your normal process. You're simply showing them that your system is clear, it's consistent, and it's focused entirely on the apprentice's journey. It's what you do. Or how about this? What if they challenge the credibility of what you're showing them?
And again, you can just confidently explain your own internal quality process. This shows that you value what's real over what's on paper, and that you're committed to fixing the practice itself, not just tweaking the record of it.
And this brings us to the final, and I think the most empowering point. True inspection readiness doesn't come from a last-minute scramble. It comes from embedding excellence into our everyday routines.
So the best way to prepare is to strengthen our practice, not our performance. We can run our own checks, make sure our normal systems are clear and accessible, and most importantly, ensure every single one of us can tell that simple, powerful story. We saw a barrier, we took this action, and here was the impact. We just have to remember this. They are here to see a normal day at Kent Business College. So our whole focus should be on making our normal, typical day excellent and making that excellence visible through how we work. So if you take one thing away, let it be this. Your hard work, your professional judgment, and your commitment to our apprentices and employers every single day is your strongest evidence. We should be proud of it and ready to show it.
So let's take this question back to our teams and have a think. What is just one routine that we can strengthen starting this week to make the incredible impact we have every day even more visible?